M2 cold start. Sabotaged. That plug does not come undone on its own. Getting through on the faults on the BMW M2 and hopefully get it to a point where we can drive it. Now, a huge amount of our faults that were coming up were connected or are connected to the steering wheel. We've got no controls at all on this steering wheel, and we've got no communication from the car to the steering wheel, which is giving us a load, absolute load of faults. So now to fix this, we're going to have to remove the battery. The battery needs charging. So what we'll do is actually disconnect the battery, we'll get that battery charged up, and hopefully that will fix some of the other issues. In between that being done, we've got to look at the braking system, so we're going to get the back wheels off, and then we can actually get the steering wheel off and try and find out what is going on with that. So let's get on with this. Had a quick look at the steering rack underneath and just checking everything, and couldn't really see that anything was an issue. Battery is disconnected, and next thing that we need to do is get the airbag popped out. So get one side out, okay, that side out. We have, as I say, disconnected the battery, so definitely disconnected. And get the airbag clip disconnected. Even though you've disconnected the battery, it's always like a nervous pull out of that. So now we just probably actually need to take the steering wheel off completely and just try and figure out why nothing is working. Literally nothing is working. So we've got bad connections within here, or is it the case that the clock spring is faulty? Have we not put it on correctly? But I'm pretty sure the steering wheel wasn't working previously. So let's undo the nut, let's try and get this fitting off, check the connections, see what happens. Removed the clock spring and all the connections, and just checking, make sure that everything looks okay, and everything looks fine, so I can't see any real issues. All I can really do is put it back together and hope that it was just a bad connection within there. I've traced as much of the wiring back as I can. I can't see that sort of any of the wiring's damaged. Nothing seems to have got caught up or any issues like that. The only thing that could potentially have maybe happened is whether there's a fuse gone, but don't know, it seems unlikely. Could have happened, but it might be. So I'm going to put the connections back together, put it all back in, see whether it was just a bad connection, and just see whether that fixes it or not. So battery going back on, steering wheel is all back together. This is connected up properly. See if anything actually works on that steering wheel. Right, okay, come on, yeah. Let's just see what happens. Oh! Oh, it's working! It's working! It's working! That wasn't working before. Cruise. Let's start it, let's start it, let's start it. That's awesome. Cruise. Oh, it's working, it's working! So we've got cruise. Cruise is coming on and off. Amazing! Mode, FM. Oh, yes! Phone currently unavailable, that's fine. Okay, so that is another big, a big thing sorted, because that was throwing up a lot of the issues. Now I've just put my diagnostic tool on charge. Let me turn this off. So I've just turned. Let's just have a look what came up there on the faults actually. Just run that. drivetrain, headlights. Headlights is not a problem. That is an issue. That drive control, headlight vertical aim, that's fine. Drivetrain, that's still a big one. Amazing. So I'm well pleased with that. Well pleased with that. That was a worry. Just cleared the faults for our drivetrain. Drivetrain now comes back on, and we've got 3 fault codes here at the minute. So we'll come out of this. We'll now do a new fault code, and now we've got a new load of misfires on cylinder 6. Fuel injection switched off because we've detected that we've got an issue in cylinder 6, so it automatically switches off the fuel. So possibly, might just be a spark plug or coil pack. One way that we can do it is change the coil from, say, cylinder 6 to cylinder 5 and see whether the fault follows it. So top cover comes off, and I'm now just wondering whether I can literally just swap the plugs over from 5 and 6. The plot thickens. Just having a quick look and just try and see if I could get into cylinder 5 and 6 and swap the plugs over now. Actually 6 was undone. The carrier, so this top carrier here, that sort of, I'll show you on an easy one to get to, in theory, that pulls up and then that allows the plug to come out and swap it over. That carrier on 5 was up. Need a better light, don't I? So this carrier here was up and not seated properly, and then 6 was actually, the plug was out. So I've just put that back in, so let's give it a go. It seems like could potentially somebody have messed with this at the auction or somewhere else to make it look like there was an engine fault to try and get it cheaper. There was never any sort of mention of that. So let's just ooh, nice. Oh yes. Oh yes. Listen to that. Ah no, still got a drivetrain issue. Why have we still got a drivetrain issue? Why have we still got a drivetrain issue then? Sounds like a different car. It doesn't sound as good, to be fair. No, we're running on all 6 cylinders, not 5. Right, okay, bit of more. Why have we got a red one there now? Bonnet open, alright, that's fine, yeah. That's an easy fix. Okay, that's running a lot better. A lot better. But we have still got our drivetrain issue, so I think plug in, re-diagnose. Somebody sabotaged this at the auction. 100% somebody sabotaged this at the auction or when it's gone in for repair to try and get it at a cheaper price. I feel yeah, it's gone. So I need to take it for a test drive. I need to go for a test drive now and see. All of those have gone. I can't believe that. Yes, okay. Right, okay. Test drive time, proper test drive time, and proper power time, I reckon. I'm going to get this front end put back together. I've just got stupid little silly faults now, nothing at all faults. Obviously bonnet open adaptive headlight, I'm pretty sure I know what that is. Sabotaged. That plug does not come undone on its own. That coil pack does not come undone on its own. Somebody has undone that number 6 cylinder to make an issue. But the thing is, Copart never said that that was an issue, and it wasn't until I've started to drive it that it's actually thrown up. Nearly there. Nearly all the faults are sorted. Headlight we know about. If that is the only headlight issue that is coming up now, and the SOS emergency one, which is just a battery, if they're the only issues, we're onto a winner. We're there, and it's not taking much time at all to get this fixed. Damn! Wrong battery. Just gone to swap that little SOS battery, and I'm pretty sure it's the wrong one. So another fail. That's the second fail today. So the Mazda MX-5 build, that was supposed to be on the road this week, and we've had a bit of a disaster with that, so don't miss that coming up the weekend. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. We'll see you on the Mazda build, and we'll find out how bad it actually is, because we found a bit of an issue. As I say, that's completely stopped us being able to drive it, so don't miss that for the weekend. We'll see you then. Thanks for watching, and hit the subscribe button, hit the like button.